Hello, hello. Welcome to Top Shelves Reviews, Recycled Reviews, where I go over the bottles I finished the third quarter of 2024. Starting with the non-whiskey, we have the Plantation 5-year. Seem to go through at least one bottle of this every few months. Mixes really well with root beer, so it makes almost like a root beer float. Nice and sweet, a little bit creamy in there. Definitely worth having on your shelf if you like sweeter rums. Speaking of sweeter, we have the Crown Royal Peach. I believe my replacement's already up behind me there. Good mixer, makes for great old teas, lemonades kind of things. So crowd pleaser, try to always keep a bottle of that on hand. Next up, we have Jim Beam, the white label. I've been doing some work on the recipe for this year's Whiskey Wendy's Christmas batch. Something we do for friends and family. But the whiskey I've previously used, which was a house brand from Total Wine, they no longer make, so I had to come up with a new recipe. So used up this bottle of Jim Beam, trying to get the recipe dialed in. Next up, we have possibly my favorite 4-grain bourbon. Definitely my favorite coming out of Oregon. This is Oregon Spirit Straight American Bourbon, coming in at 94 proof. Excellent bottle. I want to say it's around $50. I think I have it's either their bottled and bond or their cask strength currently. So I may not be replacing this one immediately, but definitely a good bottle, possibly worth having on your bar if you're into 4 grains and kind of that, I would call it, more savory characteristic. Next up, from McMenamins, this was a gift from the Black Hat Fan Club. I believe I got it for my birthday last year. This is the Billy Rye. Really enjoyed this one. Lots of floral, tons of sweetness in there, coming out of my home state of Oregon. It's definitely a good bottle, which I went through pretty quickly. And then we have, I want to say, I think this is my first bottle of the Come Hell or High Water I ever got from Pilot House. This is batch 10, banana bread, sweet, really nice, ocean aged American single malt. Definitely wish I would have gotten more of that. I've got a batch, I want to say 11 or 12, which I don't like quite as much. Still good, but doesn't have quite the banana bread notes that I just really enjoyed with that one. So those are all the bottles I finished for the third quarter of 2024. Drop down in the comments below to tell me what bottles you have been finishing and which ones you'll be replacing. And until Frigg and I see you again, cheers.